Hey, folks, I'm Matt Major from Growth Mode Content. Welcome to another episode of Good News York. Joining us again, back from his vacation, all rested. He's got the fresh hair gel. He's rocking and rolling. Mikey B hanging out with us.
Dude, welcome. Well, I should say it's good to be back.
Yeah.
I'm back in the saddle. I missed you guys. I really did.
I could tell by the zillions of messages we got the entire time you were gone.
Well, you have a lot of downtime on vacation. This is the first time I've ever had a job that I've missed. So that's a huge compliment to you. I mean, I hope. I love it here, obviously. And it was also my first paid vacation, thank you, in my entire life.
Seriously?
Yes. I've always bartended or worked jobs that didn't offer it. And I said it many times on vacation. I said, this is so exciting. I'm in my 40s and I'm finally getting paid on a vacation. It was great. So thank you for that.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. The first time that occurred for me, it is the most magical feeling.
It's unbelievable.
It's like, wait a minute. I am just going to screw around all day long and I'm still going to get a paycheck.
So hold on. I'm going to drag this beach cart to the beach, plop it down, pop open some cocktails or whatever, and Matt's paying me. There's a little bit of guilt that comes with that, but this is also because I came from never having it, so I appreciate it a little more. I'm sure there's people that join the workforce, and hopefully they get these paid vacations right out of the gate, and I'm sure they appreciate it. But man, thank you. I want to honestly say that it was awesome.
So we had a lot of fun at the fair.
Yes,
with you, and we went and had some fun without you.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
before I say anything else, I got to shout out to our fucking absolute spectacular photographer, Amanda.
Yes.
Who went and shot a lot of extra. We didn't require this. She's like, I'm going to go get us some more content, and went to a number of the concerts. We, of course, got some media credentials. Big thank you to the fair for that. But that allowed her to get right up in front of the crowd, actually, on the stage for Pauly D and 98 Degrees and a bunch of the other acts. We got some absolutely stellar photographs. Danny's got them there on the shot.
From my perspective, first of all, I didn't know this was happening. Like, I didn't know she had applied for press credentials or anything. So you had sent the link, and I'm like, who took these? And they have our watermark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it looks like she's on the stage with them.
Yeah.
And by the way, I got to admit something. I kind of laughed when I found out Pauly D from the Jersey Shore was like on the bill.
Yeah.
And shame on me. That place was packed. I think I've never seen a crowd more amped up to see someone at the fair than that. It was.
Here's the thing. Pauly D is probably the most legitimate Jersey Shore member in that he had that career as a DJ before he started the show that obviously propelled him. But he's still been working as a DJ.
Yeah.
He had a residency in Vegas for a while. He might even still. Dude is a legitimate working DJ.
That was kind of the thing back during the MTV reality days. All the real worlds, there was always like one musician or comedian, and they would not all of them, but some it would propel their career. Because, like Theo Von, I found out was on Road Rules.
Get out of here!
No, that's where exactly. That was my reaction. And Kyle Brandt, who's like my favorite NFL analyst on Good Morning Football, started on The Real World Chicago. So there are some success stories, and I guess we could say Pauly D is.
Wow.
What about the situation dude? What's he doing besides flexing his?
Well, he was in prison for a while. He's out.
Okay.
Tax evasion.
Well, I mean, did we ever really watch those shows? Like Jersey Shore and Jackass and things?
I mean, I did.
These are real well put together people. I think they're going to be fine once they.
People might not realize this. There are. I don't know about still, but very recently, like within the last couple of years, there's new seasons of Jersey Shore.
Oh.
There's Jersey Shore Family Vacation, where they're all adults and family. They don't show the families. They still get together and get stupid. And I kind of appreciate that because, I am that old and move as slowly as they do now on the show.
It's nice to see it, right? Because you're like, I'm not the only one getting old. It's like when I went to the Metallica show and I was having a panic attack thinking, oh my God, I'm on the floor. I'm going to get moshed to death. And then I realized everyone around me was the same age and had no desire to do that.
Here's the thing. Sometimes I hate that stuff, though. Like, there's this trend, these videos I've been seeing online where they take, like an 80s or a 90s movie cast and they show each person and then they morph into them today.
Oh.
You know, I don't know if you've seen these things. It's the most depressing shit on the planet.
It really is.
Even the ones you go, oh yeah, they're looking good. They don't look as good as they did. Like, I want to remember that person then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
There's always one that's on meth. Like, they did it for the Mighty Ducks, and Goldberg is like I don't even know if he's alive. He's an extreme meth head. He looks terrible. And then Sandlot, they did that thing, and the Smalls ended up getting arrested for throwing a brick through his neighbor's. I mean, it's very depressing.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm a fan of the movie and the character. I don't even want to connect them to a different person. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see. Exactly.
I
it's timeless.
It is timeless, and I'd like to always look at them in that light. Fun fact, I played, this was my name in the script, a, quote, Jersey Shore douche in an SNL skit in 2010 when Bobby Moynihan played Snooki. Bobby Moynihan was in the middle. It was a fake MTV promo, and part of the promo, it was showing all of the shows, like 16 and Pregnant. And,
okay.
And then it said Jersey Shore, and Bobby Moynihan's, orange, and we're next to
you were a Jersey
me and
extra.
one other, and like 2 or 3 other guys are just Jersey Shore douche. So that's my biggest credit to date. So I guess I kind of owe it to the Jersey Shore for that.
It's all thanks
Maybe.
to Pauly D.
Thanks, Pauly. And thanks, Amanda, for the great pictures.
They are, like I said, phenomenal. Check us out. Good News York, Facebook, and all the socials. You will see a lot of these photos. She got the 98 degrees like logo.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I don't know. It's really cool. So one of the things that we did while you were gone is we checked out a bunch of these different spots around the fair that I felt hadn't gotten enough love from all the various content creators, ourselves included, right? Because there's all the hot viral stuff. It's like, let's see what people aren't really talking about. Yeah. I keep walking by this tent, and they had this tent outside of the expo center, white-walled, typical party tent, but like very little signage. And it didn't seem to hurt them because it was busy. But I was like, I got to see what's going on in this tent. It was bulk candy. So
That's what that is.
we will show the footage, but
diabetes.
Imagine this like maze of aisles and aisles that you had to walk through of bulk candy. They give you this big basket to start with, and you fill it, and then you weigh it. And I had to get some, cool, unique things we've already tapped into. So this bag is considerably depleted from what it was. But guess how much we ended up with, buddy? Trying to be conservative. How much weight-wise, how much do you think that I checked out with?
Jesus, I don't even know how to...
We'll say that's half of it.
This is half of it?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 8 pounds.
Jesus Christ, no. It was 2.5.
Oh, see, I don't even know how to translate pounds to candy pound. Like I don't
Mike had a newborn. It was 87 pounds.
Yes, my son was 87 pounds, 14 ounces. Beautiful, beautiful turkey.
My wife has never walked the same again.
My wife walks like she just rode a horse. Yeah, wow. I guess that's still impressive.
No, it was huge. So here's the thing. My guess, I think, was like 1.5 pounds, and I was off by a full pound.
I was off by like...
But they had all the cool different vintage things. We got some taffy in there. We got some all kinds of things. And Danny, so I see you noticed the cowtails. That was Danny's pick. I love cowtails. It's something my mom has gotten me into since I was a little kid. She loves them. But I've only ever seen like 2 flavors, like the regular, and sometimes you'll find a chocolate one.
Yeah, this one caught my eye.
These guys, they had like 5 or 6 different types that I'd never seen before.
Caramel apple cowtail.
Yeah.
That's what. So what caught my eye was I thought, oh man, they rebranded. I remember the orange and the brown. Like,
it's just a different flavor.
Yeah, it's just a different flavor. And root beer barrels, come on, dads. I'm a dad now. I liked these before.
So they're...
Try what? The root beer barrel? The caramel apple? Oh, here we go again.
So while you're doing that, there used to be a hidden stash of root beer barrels in our candy printer.
Smell. Yes, I did not know that.
This is exclusively for me.
This brings me back. Let's see if you know this one.
All right.
Here's a little New York reference.
Okay.
Good News York, sponsored by Ads on the Go, getadsonthego.com. Carney's Corner in Herkimer.
Of course.
I used to go down there with my buddies, and we'd have a couple bucks from our parents.
Get a sub.
There was always cowtails. But I would always get bubble tape and
Oh,
Big
yeah.
League Chew.
Oh, yeah. Big League. You love that.
I would
Shreds
always-
of bubble gum in a bag so you could pretend you were eating tobacco.
Yeah, by the way, I didn't know that was supposed to be tobacco until I tried tobacco
see
in
the
high school.
marketing
I was doing
failed.
Red Man with my buddies, and I went, hey, this looks like Big League Chew. And it all kind of came together. Side note,
I love Mike's little light bulb moments.
I put, thank you, buddy. I put about 2 to 3 feet of the gum in my mouth at all times for the bubble tape.
It's the only way to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you just.
The best part of the bubble tape is when
You
the
unroll
roll got small enough to where you could just
Take the roll and eat it.
eat it like a giant chunk of gum. Yeah.
You did it right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So this is a caramel apple cowtail. It's like Play-Doh. Really good Play-Doh.
I mean, Play-Doh is good, actually.
I don't hate it, but I think it's because I know what to expect. Like if I was eating this for the first
Does it
time,
taste anything like a traditional cocktail?
not at all.
Okay.
Like it tastes like
Doesn't even look like it. Doesn't even have the traditional
No.
like cream in the middle there.
the texture is the same as a regular
Okay.
cowtail, but it's kind of its own thing.
All right.
There's a little cowtail underneath,
Fair enough.
but it's mostly apple. Better than the camel we had. Jesus. You should hear the conversations I've been having about that.
Yeah?
People are like, dude, you ate camel? I'm like, think so. I think we did.
I mean, that's what they tell us.
I think you and I are
It's
onto it.
just spoiled chicken.
I love when Amanda was like, oh, don't worry about the gator. It's just like fishy chicken. Like, that's supposed to make me want to eat it more.
I'm going to be honest. Gator, to me, is the most normal, exotic meat out of all those ones that they had there.
I thought elk was.
I mean, yeah. Once in a while you get...
But you're right. You would see gator on a menu. Like,
Well,
especially
you
down
can
south.
go to Florida and there's a
Right.
large number of restaurants that will have gator nuggets or
That's-
some kind of...
I went to
Yeah.
visit my uncle in the Tampa area, and
Pretty
Steve
good.
Miller Band and cigarettes down there. I'll tell you that. But it was gator bites.
Yeah, okay.
I couldn't.
They're good.
But for you, buddy, I chowed right down. And it could be all beef that's just spiced differently. A lot of people were like, "Is that legal?" I'm like, I don't know.
Of course it's legal.
I mean, isn't it poaching if you kill a camel? I don't know.
No, there's a camel farm.
How hard is it to hunt a camel? They move
You don't
like
have to
two-
hunt it. You farm it. It's like,
Oh.
you don't hunt cows.
I wonder what
Just take it out back, you know?
they store all that.
Next thing you know,
water.
there's steak.
Store all that
magic.
water.
We don't ask questions.
No,
We just enjoy.
but we had
or
fun. We had fun.
You
at the fair.
don't enjoy sometimes.
Did you and Danny win any more crane?
That's a great question. We did not. But I went last night with my kid. I closed out the fair. Like I was literally there as the thing was ending.
And tell them how you closed it out.
A double fisting wine slushies. I had to end the way I began. But on the claw game thing, my kids love the claw game, so we had to play that. I looked all over, so I won that Garfield. I don't know if we even took a picture of that, but I won the coolest looking stuffed Garfield, where like he's made out of the cartoon. Like it's hard to describe it. Awesome.
Okay.
There was an Odie, you know, the dog that goes with
Yeah.
it, when we were there. And I'm like, I don't need to spend another $30 to try to win the Odie. I wish I had. I went back, looked all over. There was no more Odie. I wish I had the set.
Oh.
But anyway, so we played, and my daughters both cleaned out the fucking claw machine.
Awesome.
It was a good time. We played a couple other games and won some prizes, which was great. And yeah, it was a good time.
That's fantastic. You guys, I mean, it started as an
I
innocent.
got another lobster roll
You did.
before. Yeah, I had.
Did you get a clear answer on is lobster roll a sandwich? I mean, I feel like the general consensus from what I saw was that
The
it is.
general kids, I don't know what you're talking about because the majority of the people seem to agree with me that it is not.
Really?
And the one person likened it more to the family of a taco. So I don't know that I necessarily agree with. But
I mean, it's
a
meat
lot of people
on a
said it's
bun.
not a sandwich. Yeah, which is not a sandwich. Sandwich is 2 pieces of bread.
True. Like a cheesesteak's not a sandwich.
Right,
Hot dog's not a sandwich.
right.
Yeah, I'm with that.
See?
I'm
I don't know.
I'm with
All I know is it's damn good. And I did have to take out a second mortgage to
I'm sure.
pay for all the...
You know, it's what I love. I've said it. You know, we have a clip of me. I love that not only that you drink wine slushies, but you own it and you don't care. I think that's phenomenal. But it reminds me, remember Kids in the Hall in the 90s?
Tasty and refreshing. Of course, I remember Kids in the Hall in the 90s.
When I saw
see the Kids in the Hall live show at the Landmark Theater in Syracuse, and then got their autographs after.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, the Kids in the Hall was a sketch comedy show in the 90s, kind of like a Canadian version of SNL. And I didn't watch it all the time, but I had a close friend who always watched it.
Pinching your head.
There was one
Pinching your head.
There was one sketch that I'll never forget. And when I saw the video or the picture of you with the double-fisted wine slushie, it was called Girl Drink Drunk. And it was where this guy was working for a company and the CEO invited him out to dinner, and he's all nervous because he's thinking he's going to get a promotion and he wants to impress his boss.
Okay.
And they get to this restaurant and his boss orders like a pina colada with an umbrella, and he's like, "Come on, man, try this." And he's like, "Oh, I don't drink." And he's like, "No, try it." So fast forward, he ends up getting addicted, but he's only addicted to girly drinks. So he's at work and he's like, I got to get some pencils out of the utility closet. And like the door shuts and you just hear like a blender going and he's drinking. So the premise is that he only drinks girl drinks and Girl Drink Drunk. And that's what it reminded me of. So I thought it was funny, but it was even funnier when I put it into that cup.
Anytime you can mix in a Kids in the Hall reference, it's a positive.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
There is exactly 4.5 people on the planet who will get it. Love that you know the name of that sketch, though.
It's the only one I remember.
Blows my mind.
It's the
that you even
only
know
one
that.
I remember because I just thought it was so funny. I thought it was a great premise.
So, listen, folks. We have some breaking news. Breaking news. New York State college campuses
Look out.
are being ravished by an epidemic of pissers.
An epidemic. See what I did there? I forgot my sound effects. I'm off my game.
When I say pissers, I don't mean like, your grandpa.
Oh, yeah,
pisser.
You have a root beer barrel.
There are people, I'm going to say dudes. It doesn't have to be dudes, though, I guess. But there are people who are going to different buildings on the various college campuses and posting a video of what looks like them pissing. Now, let's be honest, or at least I'm going to go so far as to say I don't believe that most of these are actually urinating. I think that they are using a bottle of water. I kind of hope that because I don't want some kid to get a lifelong record for a,
You
TikTok.
told me that if you get caught peeing in public, that you're on the sex offender?
It's indecent exposure. It's
That's
the same thing as flashing to kids or something.
On the
like that.
way
Yeah.
to vacation, I have when I drink coffee, I just, for the next 2 hours, I have to go constantly. I should probably get it checked out. So we have to keep stopping when we're on our way to vacation. My poor wife has to pull over. But what I do is a trick I learned at the Bills games where you pull the back door on the passenger side and the passenger side door so that you're blocked on both sides, and then you go. I didn't know that. I mean, I feel like that's a good method, but I don't even want to entertain that. If that's the charge you get,
Like walk off the road just enough into the trees. That's all you got to do, bro.
no.
Just
Well, I will now.
or you do have a bladder like an infant. How do you not have a? Anyway, so here's the thing, though, right? So I'm scrolling through the old talk, and it's becoming hyper local, which I kind of like. But I'm scrolling through, and suddenly I see this story about a Syracuse pisser.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is a pisser?
And you sent it to us, and we're like, this is
Like,
funny.
this is funny, right? So then, of course, as the way algorithms work, the algorithm's like, well, now
This guy likes
clearly
pee.
you like pissers.
This guy loves.
So every video I flipped. But here's the thing, man. Supposedly, they're saying that this originated in Binghamton.
I was going to ask that.
So SUNY Binghamton is the alleged start of this trend, but it has spread like wildfire across New York State campuses. We're talking Syracuse University, RIT, Oswego. These are just the ones I've seen. Binghamton, Cortland, Ithaca, Albany, Herkimer. Herkimer got a
excited.
pisser.
That's my hometown originally. I'm very excited for the Herkimer pisser. Well, explain. What is the context? What do they do? You flip the video.
It's literally them taking a piss
To them peeing.
somewhere on campus.
Right. And you just see the stream. You don't actually see anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Inappropriate.
It's wild.
I love this. I love this because it's stupid, but also, first of all, listen, it's New York based. It's all New York. Like, and this is what the show's about. Right?
I foresee this trend expanding beyond our state quickly.
I do. And here's the thing. Years ago, I had a manager for a short time when I was in the band. And I told her, I said, I think honestly what we need in rock music, especially if we want to drum up some interest in it again, is kind of the way it was in the 90s with like the turf wars, like East Coast, West Coast, right? I was like, we even in politics and in everything we do, there's such a sports mentality now and regencies and, you know, this town's better than this town. And who busts it wide open and proves me right? The college campus pissers. Because look what's happening. Binghamton starts it, and then what? So Utica's like, well, screw you. We're gonna do it. And now we've got turf war.
You gotta give a little credit where credit is due. I love that this is allegedly started at state schools and then spread to the privates. But wow,
spread it to the private.
I can't believe I just said that.
That's awesome.
The plot thickens.
Oh,
there's a little more to this story.
So
there's a video. The first video that I saw was this gentleman at Syracuse explaining this concept and talking about what the hell's going on. And apparently he's been accused of being one of the pissers. He claims he is not, but there's more to it, and I'd love to play this clip, and then we'll talk about it for a minute here. So I don't know this guy. He does appear to be a student at Syracuse University.
Find these guys.
You know, the TikTok algorithm, bro. That's
no, I mean like.
Oh well,
figure out.
Let's find out.
Okay.
This actually might talk about that.
Piss hunters.
This is getting out of hand, fellas. We have piss hunters. That's right, people that are trying to find these college pissers
in the act. Still really weird because if you do find them in the act,
that's just still weird. If you're a piss hunter, but I have a feeling, I have an intuition that the pissers, college pissers, are gonna be going cross country. You're gonna see pissers around a lot of different colleges. There's gonna be fake pissers as well, fake accounts, double accounts, not the OG from that school. So that'll be interesting to see if those get weeded out or not. But now we have piss hunters. That is so weird.
So this concept of piss hunters, I had already seen a few videos before him explaining it, of these people saying that we're the piss hunter and we will find you. And so now there are people on campus trying to find the people pissing.
That's where I was going next, which is, what's the end game? What is this going to turn into? Because right now, it's just people peeing in random places in the town that they claim to be the pisser of. Okay, so now what? What's next? Is there
that's
battle? No, but I think you're right. I think now it becomes, let's find them.
I think they just get bored. That's my prediction.
By the way,
this is like a news cycle style prank.
Side note,
they will instantly get bored with.
All due respect to Danny, can we not normalize speeding up people's voices because we're that fucking impatient that we can't sit through?
That was an effect that he used.
It was him? Okay,
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Because I am fed up. Like, I get that the attention spans have changed.
I completely disagree with you there. I'm not going to lie.
I am standing firm on this. I think it's pathetic if you can't sit through somebody speaking.
Fuck that. Here's the thing. You got to understand.
I'll be an old man on this one.
No, here's the thing you got to appreciate here. Like, half the content on the internet is fucking trash.
True.
So when you flip to a video and somebody starts telling a mildly interesting story, I personally am not willing to invest 2 entire minutes to figure out if it's worth my attention. So I'll hit the fast forward, and there was a guy on TikTok. I haven't seen him in a while, but he was the most brilliant account, I thought, and he was called Get to the Point Bro. And he would watch those videos for you and then do a video where he goes, this guy was mad at her. She broke up with him. End of story.
You know what?
And he would literally summarize the whole 10-minute bullshit story in one line. Get to the point, bro.
One thing I'm trying to do that I've been aware of is I've got to stop wavering. I've got to stand firm on my opinion. A lot of times I waver. But I will say, when you put it in the context of, like, there's so much bullshit out there, how many times have you watched a 2-3 minute video and then at the end you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just wasted 3 minutes.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So in that context, yes, I'll give you that.
And also to some degree, like, people need to learn, and this is just a content creator thing. This is something that we all work on. You got to learn how to just get to the fucking point. Right?
Yeah, John Bon Jovi said, "Don't bore us, get to the chorus when you're writing
story." Storytelling is a good thing. It's a good tool in content creation, but
not everybody has that skill.
get to the point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At some point, you got to deliver.
Yeah. But anyway, this pissing thing is, first of all, I think it's hilarious. Second of all, I'm excited to see where it goes, if it really does turn into a piss hunter thing. And third of all, I love how much you loved it. Because I loved that every, couple hours you'd get a message that would go, "We got a Cortland pisser. We got a Herkimer." And I was like, yes.
I'm telling you, it just fed me a steady stream of...
Steady stream. Did you mean that? What a genius, guys. That was awesome. You said private. You said stream. Genius.
The jokes write themselves.
I mean, they really do. They
Thanks.
really
Thanks to the pissers.
Uh,
What else we got today, Bob?
Well, I wanted to say real quick. You remember a month or so ago, I was talking about how I'm starting to get addicted to these crime documentaries. And remember, there was a whole thing with the way I say documentary.
Yeah.
It's
the only part of that I remember.
Exactly. It's supposed to be documentary. I talked about the Bin Laden documentary. I talked about the American Murder one, which was the greatest I'd ever seen.
Bin Laden pizza.
Bin Laden pizza, that's right.
Yeah.
We did a whole bit on that.
I do remember that.
Dude, and I saw this come up and I was kind of interested. It's, I forget the exact name. I think it's called Unknown Text, but it's the catfishing. It was #1 on Netflix yesterday. And somebody I know posted on Facebook, you have to watch this documentary. It is like an absolute holy shit, mind-blowing ending. And that hooked me. And so I said, okay, I'm sold. I watched it last night. Could not have been more accurate. I yelled holy shit out loud.
Wow.
Yeah. You have to watch. Now I know why it was #1 yesterday.
I see.
It is a wild, and don't look up the name.
It's a documentary. It's like real events.
This is a true story.
Okay.
So I will say, you find out that it was actually well documented in the news, but we're in the 24-hour news cycle these days. So
Nobody
you forget
remembers.
shit. Yeah, you don't remember. So do not ruin it for yourself, because like Fight Club was ruined for me. Someone was like, "Hey, by the way, it's him the whole time. He's not real." I never got to experience Fight Club. Don't look up the names of the people involved, because it was a true story. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I don't say that. I don't give these out lightly.
All right.
I promise. I'm no Ithaca pisser, all right? I don't know.
Since we're on this, I'll give you a Netflix recommendation. So, for a couple of days, my wife and kids were out of town. I needed something to do and entertain myself. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to straight veg out.
Yeah.
Watch a Netflix show. I
That's
watch one.
great.
So I got myself a pizza and wings and set myself up on the couch all ready to go. And now what am I going to watch? Which is always the worst part of the whole fucking endeavor.
Well, then it becomes you spending an hour finding out
Absolutely.
what to watch.
This time I got lucky. I stumbled onto this thing, and I'm not gonna lie. This might be to some degree a little bit of a chick flick, but there's a lot of hot sex scenes. So I'm just gonna leave it out there. So fellas, it'll hold your attention.
Do you think you looked up a chick flick because you would drink wine slushies right before?
No, it was just what Netflix fed me. It was good though. It was called The Hunting Wives.
Okay.
And it's about this wife and her husband from Boston who got on to Texas.
Movie or documentary?
It's a like an eight-part series.
Documentary series?
No, it's a fucking show. It's
fiction.
not.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But it's great and it's wild, and I didn't even realize there was really a mystery in it. So the first few episodes, they open up with some like weird crime, but they don't really reference it at all. So I'm sitting there through like half of the thing going, oh, and there's, other, and it's whatever, it's interesting. And then suddenly it's like, oh shit, there's actually a story here that goes along with this other stuff. And then it's very suspenseful, and you spend the rest of the time going, who done it?
Yeah.
And the whole time in my head, oh, it's definitely that guy. It's definitely that guy. It wasn't that guy.
See, that's where Scooby-Doo
It's one of those things where they did a really good job of like hooking you in at the end. It was like, okay, that was cool.
When I was a kid, what pissed me off about Scooby-Doo was every time they would pull the mask off the criminal at the end, it was always the first character that they talked to. These new documentaries and series and movies, they make it a little more less obvious.
But yeah, like I said, I would recommend if you want one that's not too deep. Like I said,
what
it's
was it
8
again?
episodes. The Hunting Wives.
The Hunting Wives. I thought it was Wife Hunters.
Yeah.
Oh, good
That's
thing I didn't
one
Google
of
that.
one of the big things of the this Boston liberal woman goes down there, and all the wives are hardcore Texas gals, and they for fun go hunting together. The wives. So that's where the name comes.
You remember the movie Surviving the Game? Speaking
Nope.
of hunting, with Ice-T.
No.
Oh my God, it was phenomenal. It was a '90s movie. You reminded me of it. He Ice-T, who he joins these old rich white dudes for a hunting trip. He gets invited, and they go to this cabin in the middle of the woods.
They find out
They have
he's
this-
the one they're hunting.
That's right. And at dinner time, they tell him, by the way, tomorrow at 6 a.m., you get a 1-hour head start, and the only way you survive is if you get out of here. They don't know where they are. They fly in through a helicopter.
It's one of
to get
those
there.
movie plots that they've done like 100 times.
You know, they say, I heard this in school, that there's really, and I don't remember the number, but they say there's only like 120 actual plots throughout the history of TV and film, and it's just different adaptations of that plot.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, nerdy girl becomes beautiful at the end, that kind of thing. So
the
you're
thing is,
probably
here's the
right.
thing, though. To some degree, that's kind of cool because, then you can kind of get into your genre of movies, right?
Absolutely.
That's the thing that you like. I used to love party movies, especially when I was a teenager.
yeah.
Like the
Dazed and Confused.
yeah, Dazed and Confused, Can't Hardly Wait,
Mhm.
old school Animal House, going all the way back.
Yes.
Those type of
Zero.
just fun.
Listen,
Without some like bullshit conflict sub story
yeah.
that I don't give a fuck about. Just have fun. That can be the whole movie.
yeah, like
You don't have to have some villain that's trying to destroy everything.
Did you ever see
every time.
Van Wilder's?
Yeah.
Great one.
Yeah.
PCU. You and I love PCU.
Fuck.
That is a fucking classic.
PC was great, and it's not on any fucking streaming service.
It makes
drives me
zero
insane.
It's way too good to not be.
I
out
want to
there.
watch that movie again.
It was Jeremy Piven doing Jeremy Piven things before Jeremy Piven was really popular. He was phenomenal.
That made him.
And Jon Favreau, did he direct that or was he just in it?
I think it was just
PCU. If you haven't watched it, you really,
one of the best
it's,
and also applicable movies still today.
yeah, especially with the
Everything.
social, political part of it.
Never changed.
Not one bit.
It's wild.
You could argue it got worse, but that's a different story. Man, it's so good to be back with you, buddy, in the saddle.
Glad to have you back.
Again, the saddle. I was afraid I was going to come back and you guys are going to be like, listen, it's been really peaceful around. We're going to have to let you go.
I mean, it had been, but
Well, I'm sure.
what fun is that?
I know.
Can't get views with boring.
No.
Danny and I can only talk about card games for so long.
Speaking of which, Danny's Retro Game Con is coming up in October.
It is.
It's crunch time. What's the date? October, you've told me a million times. October 10th, 11th, 12th, right here in Syracuse is Retro Game Con. Our very own Danny, part of the committee planning. He's the guy, one of the guys.
One of the 3 people that put on one of the biggest and coolest events in
Which
New
is
York State.
Fairly,
Not in Syracuse, in New York State.
which is fairly wild. 3 people.
It's beyond wild. Now,
Because-
they have an army of volunteers,
Yeah.
which to me is a whole other thing, how you get so
Yeah.
many people to help you out.
Well, the gaming community, they're very
But it speaks to
giving
how
with
cool the event is, though.
It's a bit, well, and when you see it, you don't, like, if you showed me the footage that I've seen of Danny's past Retro Game Cons, you sit there and you go, oh, wow, this is a huge event. Like, this must be like a year's worth of planning. They probably have a whole committee. You would not be able to piece together that it was 3 people that put that together.
If you're not familiar with Syracuse, we have this place called the On Center. It's a convention center. It is the size of damn near every convention center.
Yeah.
Insert city here. They sell this place out multiple days in a row. It's just one of the most incredible, and it's fun.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of, of course, the retro computer nerd. There's an entire section, which I don't even know what's in the rest of the con, to be honest with you. I
Doesn't
stay in this
matter.
one section of the thing, vintage computers, vintage gaming systems, hooked up and playable so you can play them. It's not just like a museum display.
Right.
To me, I don't care what else happens in the rest of the show.
We're-
to be honest with you, it's the coolest thing ever. Well worth the price of admission.
We're obviously going to be there, Good News York, for the Retro Game Con and our boy Danny. You will find me. I'm sure I'm going to be very Super Nintendo, PlayStation heavy because
Okay.
that's my jam. Nintendo, Super
Yep.
Nintendo, PlayStation. Those are so I will be spending lots of. I just can't wait to be like, oh my god, I forgot about that.
That's
game.
it.
I gotta get that. Or like that it's just you want to talk about a nostalgia wet dream.
And jokes aside, that really is just a very small sliver of what happens
Yeah.
at this show. It's absolutely people enjoying cosplay. There are
Can't wait for that.
different sessions, and you're going to get to meet people and buy things. The coolest vendors that you will find anywhere. If you are in this gaming, retro, anything community, I feel like Amazon doesn't have as good a selection of cool things
No.
than you will find from these vendors at
No.
Retro GameCon.
Because these vendors, I mean, this isn't your like run of the mill like I collect stuff. I mean, this is a serious operation. And I got to tell you something. I had this quick thought of like, oh, I got to dress up in cosplay, for the show, and I'm not going to do that because I have learned that the cosplay.
You're famous on your own.
I am not famous, but
Maybe I could
That one
cosplay
guy at the
as
fair.
Mike.
But if I realize that out of respect for cosplay, I'm not going to do it because there is a real community that does cosplay, and I'm not. They don't just throw on costumes, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. No.
no.
it's not Halloween.
Like if I just show up in my cute little costume, no, that's disrespectful, and they'll sniff me out. They'll be like, "This guy's not for real." Yeah. No. I mean, there are some serious cosplayers out there. For those of you that don't know, cosplay means you dress you
Nobody
become
doesn't
that character.
know, Mike.
For
Nobody doesn't.
for me,
If they're listening to a podcast,
they know.
they know what cosplay is.
I want to put a poll up now. Do you know what cosplay is? Write it in the comments. Do you know
To be
what
fair,
cosplay
I'm not
is? Yes.
completely sure what our average demographics are, so maybe I am speaking on a tune here. I don't know.
Maybe I am.
Who knows?
Cosplay could be, I mean, it sounds a little kinky, They might not. They might be like, ooh, that sounds.
Depends on what website you're on, my friend.
And with that,
It is Good News York, brought to you by Ads on the Go. Get adsonthego.com. Zach, we love you. And it's been Tuesday. Well, we thought it was Monday until Danny hit record. So
It's a
we
Monday.
didn't
on
really
a
do news.
Tuesday.
Oh, no, the pisser. The pisser was news.
That's
That's your
all
Tuesday.
the news you could possibly need.
Tuesday news day. You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.